mystic with this pen. For my lyrics, I'm so persistent, past gifted, esoteric, intelligent, especially where that I'm having, saying pessimistic, I'm never is.
Yo, what's going on with my Catch Game podcast family? I told y'all I was going to come through with another podcast episode for y'all, which today we are going to be talking about decoding hieroglyphics. Yeah, man, we're going to get a little bit esoteric on y'all, man. I'm about to get esoteric on y'all about decoding hieroglyphics. The two hieroglyphics I'm going to decode for you guys is the Ankh and the Eye of Horus, well, Eyes of Horus, because it's two eyes, and there are the Eyes of Horus. The left one is the Eye of Ra, the right one is the Eye of Thoth. So we're going to get deep into this. Let me start off with the Ankh. So basically, the Ankh is a divine preeminent sign of African high culture, being that it honors first the mother. Yes, it honors the mother, as the oval top shape is the uterus or the womb of life. Secondly, it honors the father as the vaginal canal, the portal of life, where the seed from the father is injected into the uterus or womb of life to create new life, which is the side horizontal pillars represents the children, the new life that is created from the man masculine energy and the woman feminine energy come together to procreate, to create new life. Also, this ancient symbol represents water that it rises up from the earth to the clouds and falls back down to the earth as rain to bring vegetation, like photosynthesis, so it also represents that, on top of it representing spirit, mind, and matter, which is basically the continuous regeneration of the life force. So basically all life, all energy is transferred. It is not created or destroyed. It can only be transferred. So basically the energy that was here in 1800 and so on, that was before me, is still here, still being used. And the energy that is going to be here after me will still be here, still be the same. It will still be used, so. Also, it is a Kemetic symbol for life, which represents, as I said, the unification of feminine and masculine forces in the universe and the creation of new life. As I said, from the masculine energy being man, feminine energy being a woman, to come together to create new life. And that's with any type of species. Same with the dogs, same with the dog species, same with cat species, same with rats, mice, whatever. You feel me? It takes there to be a masculine energy being present and a feminine energy to be present, which will procreate and make new life, offspring. And so basically, the Christianity took away from this cross the womb. They took away the womb, the uterus, and replaced it with a Roman Catholic sword, which is how you get today's normal middle-age cross. The normal cross that you see Christians praise, and the cross, quote unquote, Jesus died on as a crucifix, as a cross, is the image of Christianity. So they took away the woman and made it a patriarchal system, made a patriarchal cross by taking away the woman and replacing her with a Catholic sword, Roman Catholic sword, so it can be their Trinity is the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, as the Kemetic Ankh resembles mother, father, and procreation, the children, and so it's pretty deep. It's pretty deep, man. But basically, that is the meanings. Those are the meanings of the Ankh. It has multiple meanings, but those are the main prominent meanings that it is here for. It's a symbol of life. It's a symbol of life in ancient Kemetic Egypt, and it shows that through it honoring the mother, the father, and then the horizontal pillars being the children. Now, let's get to the Eyes of Horus. Yes, I said eyes as in plural because there are two eyes. The left one resembles Ra, the right eye resembles Thoth. So you got to understand that the Eyes of Horus have two different meanings because they are two different eyes, and they go to show that feminine and masculine energy has to be present for procreation. How is that? I'm going to give it to you right here. So the right eye, the Eye of Ra, symbolizes that it is sun related, that is masculine yang energy, and it explores reasons for mathematics, logic, science, and language. It is a symbol of good luck and creative action. That's what you get with the Eye of Ra. The Eye of Ra is tapped into masculine yang energy. Now that's the left, that is the right eye, and now the left eye resembles the Eye of Thoth. That is moon related, as the moon goddess, moon related. So as I want to say, it's what it resembles also feminine yang feminine yin energy, and it explores human nature, emotion, sexual energy, intuition, and magic. A symbol of healing powers and protection, so that is the origin of the left eye. The eye of Thoth is feminine yin energy, as that eye resonates with women, and as the eye of Ra, the right eye resonates masculine yang energy for man. Also, it represents, I don't know if you guys know the story, but it also represents the six senses that we hold, that Heru, when Heru or Horus is the same person. So when Horus fought his uncle Set, so Set is brother to Ra. So Set killed Ra, and so then the next to be on the throne was Horus. Horus had to fight his uncle Set, and during that fight, he ripped out Horus's eye. He ripped out the right eye. It was torn from his face, Heru's face. And so when Heru gathered the six pieces of his eye, they were in fractions of our senses, meaning, so the whole eye breaks down into six fractions. The right eye, the eye of Thoth, breaks down into six fractions of our senses, which is, so our brain uses half energy for smell. If the brain have 100% energy, I'm gonna break down how much energy is used for our senses. So basically, the brain uses half of the energy that it produces for smell. The brain uses 1/4 energy for sight. The brain uses 1/8 energy for thought, like thinking. The brain uses 1/16 energy for hearing. Also, the brain uses 1/32 energy of taste, and the brain uses 1/64 energy for touch, which make up our whole genetic makeup for our senses. So that is also the meaning of the right eye, the eye of Thoth. It is our six senses. I'm also post pictures in this podcast so you guys can see what I mean, because I have it right here broken down. So I'm gonna post these pictures as well. So it's very deep to knowing the essences of these symbols and how to use them and how not to use them, because there is a wrong way that you can use these symbols, but there also is a right way, and the right way is what we want to focus on. As I said, using the right eye as eye of Ra to be for, logic and science, as the left eye of Thoth is to be used for, powers and healing powers and protection, which these two eyes make up the eyes of Horus. Horus is a god that takes the depiction of a falcon, the head of a falcon, so you guys do some little research on that as well on your own time. But as of right now, like I said, these are the two hieroglyphics I decoded for you guys, the Ankh and the eyes of Horus. As I said, the Ankh is a divine preeminent sign of African high spirit culture, being that it honors the mother first, then the father, then the children, which come from the seed of the father, from the vaginal canal into the uterus, the womb of life, to procreate, to make children. Also, it represents spirit, mind, and matter, as of it being the continuous generation of the life force. As I said, all energy is only transferred. It cannot be destroyed or created. It can only be transferred. So energy that was here before me and you is still here being used, and energy that's going to be here after me and you will still be used. You feel me? As this symbol recollects and shows. Also, the Ankh represents, as I said, water rising from the earth to the clouds, falling back down as rain to bring vegetation, which is another form of photosynthesis that we learn in science. Feel me? They just didn't put the image with it. Yes, there's an image with photosynthesis, which is the symbol of the Ankh symbol. As I said, the eyes of Horus represents our six senses, broke down into fractions of our six senses of how much energy is used from our brain to power these six senses. So you want to be Yi today, you want to Yi today, and understand that your brain is constantly working, is constantly using energy, and you want to be very, very aware of that. And meditate and focus on that energy. And I'm gonna give you a little extra. Here goes 9 signs to show that your third eye is opening. So the first sign is dull sensation or pressure between the eyes. The second sensation is a buzzing sound in the ears. If you're just listening to silence and you're just meditating, you're gonna hear buzzing in your ears. That means you are being woken. Your third eye is being woken. Third, daily psychic insight. The fourth, you think of someone and they contact you. The fifth, see colors around people. Sixth, 6th, increased sensitivity to light. 7th sign is experience visions when meditating. 8th, the 8th sign is increased synchronization, and the 9th sense is precognitive dreams. These are senses for you to wake up and to know that your third eye is opening, that your third eye is on the verge of being open. So, I hope you guys love this episode, as I am giving you esoteric knowledge for you to study, believe, follow, and do your own due diligence and see if I'm wrong, see if I'm right. So, it's up to the listener. But, here goes the information. As I said, the Ankh represents life, and the eyes of Horus represents feminine, masculine energy, as well as the Ankh represents feminine and masculine energy in the creation from that, which is us. So, love you guys. I thank you guys for tuning in. This is the second episode, Decoding Hieroglyphics. Stay tuned for next week's episode. I'm Mirage Shea. Stay blessed, as above is below.